This was the scene last year when Serj Tankian, formerly the frontman for metal group System of a Down, performed his solo album, Elect the Dead, with the Auckland Philharmonia Orchestra, an event that came about through a Kiwi music connection.
Well, I was on tour, touring for Elect the Dead, the rock version of the record, and I got an email from my friend Boranga, and she said that a friend of hers at the APO, Jules Clemens, had contacted her about possibly doing some type of collaboration with me. And I got really excited because I've been, at the time I had been wanting to work with an orchestra for future projects or whatever, So I'm like, oh, this could be cool, and it started kind of throwing ideas in my head. And so we made it all work, got together with them and planned how we're going to do it and where and when. And then the rest was just doing the arrangements so that it's, it works with the orchestra, the songs work with the orchestra, yeah.
Despite his voice having always drawn comparisons to that of an operatic style, Tankian himself found the experience an enjoyable challenge.
And then as a performer, I had never sang with an orchestra, I had never performed with an orchestra, and I didn't realize that unlike performing with a band where you hear the drums, you hear the kick, you have some type of metronome, some meter that you're following. With an orchestra, it's so free moving and flowing, and especially with a large orchestra over a large amount of space, you hear different instruments at different intervals. So you don't know whether to follow the strings or the percussion that come a little after.
But how did his legion of black t-shirt, goatee-spouting metalhead fans take to the musician's genre mashup?
It was great because you could see that there are the hardcore metal fans, then there's the more alternative fans, there's a wide spectrum of listeners, music listeners.
It's one of the best audiences.
However, overseas fans were at first a little confused as to the performance's location.
People in LA, assuming that we'd do it in Los Angeles first, were like, where's it playing? We'd be like, Auckland, come, and they'd be like, oh, why is it in Auckland, But later we've gotten a lot of requests to repeat the performance, which is why we're doing a bunch of shows in Europe and some in the States as well with different orchestras, each with a different orchestra. So see how that turns out, it should be fun though, it's exciting.
But to those who would rather relive the New Zealand magic, the performance is available on DVD and iTunes. This is Hamish Coleman Ross for Stuff.co.nz.
This is one of the most amazing concerts that I've ever been a part of in my whole life. Thank you for being here.